Hey babes, hello, hello, hello. So I am 52 minutes into the Gypsy Rose interrogation and I am totally over it. I can't take it. So if somebody could tell me where the good part starts, where they actually start questioning her. I did find a lot of things that we could talk about today. From 30 to 52. But maybe I'll do that at the end of this video. I was gifted and surprised because I did not know I was being gifted with some true crime cards. Not my true crime cards, but Ashley's from The Reckoning Co. And I want to use them. So we're going to do a reading on Gypsy Rose. Okay. Here we go. Gypsy Rose. A final ending. Damn. Oh. Gypsy Rose Blanchard Anderson. Okay, so confession and making a deal. Can't make that up. She made a deal to throw somebody under the bus. And then sitting on top is her marriage. Oh my God. Her marriage wedding ceremony was exactly what I thought. Hold on. It's manipulating, gaslighting, and control, which makes sense. Maybe I'll add a little video right here. There's a part in her thing where she's like, you're hovering, and there was never no love there. This was all manipulation because he looked stable on paper for her to be released to get this deal. Because remember, she wasn't allowed to be released to Ken. So her marriage was all just BS, like I said. I called it. The very first reading I did for her, everything has unfolded precisely. Gypsy. Gypsy Rose Blanchard Anderson. Regret. So she's going to end up regretting making that decision with a breakup and a divorce and a separation. All because of holy moly media. Social media. So I called all of this already. But this is like super duper confirmation, knowing there's like 300 cards here. Holy moly. Oh, wow. Gypsy Rose. What's going on? I feel she had possibly hurt Dee Dee prior to Ken actually getting there. Not Ken. Nick getting there. Because I just saw for the first time a few days ago, what's her name? Dee Dee's actual schmurder pictures. And what I noticed was there was a small handprint on her back. And then also some wounds were very dark, black. And some wounds were very red, fleshy. Which makes me feel some more older than others. And that really creeps me out. Because we all have children on these streets, you know? Anything you could say about Gypsy and her connection to her mother's death? Anything at all? A burial. An AI. An artificial burial. A fake burial. Well, she wasn't buried, so yeah. So maybe Dee Dee don't like the way she's been discarded of. Literally discarded of. I know they said they cremated her and possibly that her sister has her ashes. So there was no actual burial, maybe. I'm not sure. But I feel like that would be more like she's upset. She's upset with the way her burial / funeral went, maybe. Inside. Yeah, she feels trapped inside. Like almost like a genie in a bottle feel I'm getting. That's crazy. So she does have a message. I feel like she don't like being where she's at. Like, not that she don't like being in her sister's place. Possibly, maybe she just don't like the urn. I don't know. Something about that. Maybe the family would know that better on, because I don't know, like, if they had, what do you call it? The thing before, a funeral. A funeral. Because it's talking about the burial and it being fake, basically. Ooh. Ooh. So it's talking about a hidden network, and it's showing me Epstein's Island. There's some type of weird connection. It's placed above the social media, which makes me feel like there's a bigger picture that I'm not seeing yet. Oh my, hold on. Well, I know she is into some weird freak stuff. Oh my. In a secluded area. So there's a hidden network that's connected to social media and a secluded area. This is different. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope this ain't got nothing to do with children. I literally just read something today. Look, I picked it out. She mentions, where is it? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. She mentions, way out there. Where is it? She mentions how she likes children and how she likes working with them. Where is it? Now I have to go over this video with you. So let's do a few more. And I'll show you what I spiritually pulled on her from 33 to 52 in the interrogation. Gypsy Rose, what is going on with... She's emotionally sad because she don't like school. There's truth, and there's something with these tunnels. I got these tunnels the last time I did a reading. Hidden network, secluded area, tunnels, truth. Sad, emotional, and school could be children, and war against them. Warning. Weapons. So I don't know if Spirit is just trying to get this warning out now. War on children. It's the truth. I feel like this is not for Gypsy Rose. I feel like this is an actual warning that Spirit is trying to tell me. But because I don't do so many readings, I've kind of fallen back from the readings just because I've been really, just being with the baby and, like occupying her. So I haven't really gave them a chance to give me any of the warnings other than, and you know what? My ear was ringing today when I was feeding my quail. And I was like, yes. And I didn't feel like a reply. Oh my gosh. Last time I said it, I came on the internet crying. I said the amount of death that is coming, it broke my soul into pieces. And people were laughing at me. I'm just wondering when you guys are going to figure out that this is real. How many cases do I got to solve? Everything that's happening in the Michael Miller case, I predicted all this. And I've only spoken on her briefly, like maybe 2 or 3 times. And I mentioned that there was a guy following her in the in the pawn shop, you know, and people, oh, you're reaching. Okay, well, guess what? Now it comes out there are 3 men following her in the pawn shop. So, and then I also think, because they found out where she went and allegedly offed herself, you could drive right up to it. And I remember hearing about the fisherman saying he saw a man and a woman, and I would think that the woman had to drive her car, Micah's car, and the man had to drive Micah in the white van. And then they met up, you know, and they walked away. Because they needed a woman to be seen getting out of Micah's car just in case. But anyways, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, what parts does she have in Dee Dee Blanchard's alleged murder? I don't know how to word that. It's showing trapped in a upside down position, so Gypsy was not trapped. And there was legal proceedings, so this could be that fraud stuff they were doing coming to light. She wasn't trapped. It's in reverse. She wasn't trapped. What did she do to you, Dee Dee? What did she do? Ew, Epstein is like staring at me. Cover his face up. What did she do? A strategy. Communication. Yes. Life insurance. Oh. Outer space. So she thought she was getting money out of it. And I called that from the first time looking at those crime scene pictures. As soon as I saw that safe, I said, oh no, she took money. You know. Now, I don't know this case. It reminds me too much of I don't call her my mother. But yeah. So I just feel like she's out of this world, outer space. She is just off her rocker, but strategic. She planned it all. She has no problem admitting that, you know, but I think there's more. Did she do any of a witness? They got it wrong. Oh my God. They got it wrong. Like, she's just a witness, and she's not. They got it totally wrong. Look. A witness, and they got it wrong. That's crazy. Did she do any? I saw ego. Did she do any of the unaliving? Did she do any physical harm to you? Oh yeah, she had a celebration afterwards. She was partying it up. She was living the life for those few days. I'm going to read what I picked up too. What does that say? Justice and karma is coming. So what if her karma would end up being she gets pregnant and has a baby that ends up having the same exact thing, chromosome disorder as she has, and then everybody in the world, because everybody's following Gypsy, would have to see all the medical procedures that the baby actually needs. That would be some crazy karma now, wouldn't it? So it became a pattern and a repetition. So it happened a few times. So I feel like what they're saying here is like she tried to offer a few times. Am I correct? Am I interpreting all these cards correctly? Propaganda, fake news. Fake news. So I feel like with them getting it wrong, this karma, this repetition, especially with that, they got it wrong. That was crazy. She's just created so much propaganda for herself that she's now a millionaire. That must be nice. I haven't heard anything. Dee Dee, are you okay? Do you want to tell me anything else that Gypsy has done? Dramatic acting. That's what Gypsy has done. Dramatic acting. And I called it. I said she's an actress. She's an actress. Anything else? Yes. Dee Dee's showing me. Oh, it is political. An accident. It's showing like she's reaching out to like demonic spirits and a secret trip. So I wonder, like, this makes me feel, for real, this makes me feel like ooh, a new world order. So something political is going to happen. They're going to make it look like an accident, or like right now, with aliens and beings, right? Spiritual beings. There's some type of secret trip happening with New World Order. Now, this could be for right now. I kind of feel like it's for right now, but I could also take it for Gypsy as well, because it was very political that she got out, and she's has to face her justice still. She didn't face her justice nor her karma yet. It also makes me feel like, you know, she was reaching out to beings, because I do feel like she was, and I do believe she admitted to her mom doing voodoo, but I do not believe it was her mom, because she was in the Gothic era, she was in the rebel area, and the internet was new for her. So I feel like she found that. I also feel like there was a secret trip that she was going to take, which she did, and she tried to make it look like an accident. And here we go. Hello. Psychic abilities and intuition is being used right now. Okay, so let me just ask one more time, because I feel like she's not trying to tell me what I'm asking her. So Dee Dee, tell me about Gypsy Rose and your death. Gypsy is Pinocchio. Pinocchio. We also have cheating in an affair. Yes, she is. She is cheating. And she is having an affair. She is legally married, shacking up with the next man. She has only been out of jail for less than 4 or 5 months, and she's already been to, like, what, 2, 3 Vienna sausages? Who knows? There's definitely a cover-up with her, and again, it goes political, talking about, like, Republicans and political, you know, a cover-up going on, and she has this going on here, the affair, and then a couple, so that makes 100% sense to me, her husband, and now Ken, and she's being watched. Why? Because of the murder. Here we go. Good job, Dee Dee. One more time. Just a little more clarity. What was her part in the murder? What was her part? We know she strategized it. And we know she's a liar. I'm going to read through that as fast as possible, because I don't want this to be too long. Can you just elaborate a little bit more on what her part was? Delays. Okay. Okay. Hold on. It's okay. Take your time. Okay. I'll just shuffle. I'll shuffle and you take your time. Dee Dee Blanchard, tell me. Money. Follow the money. And the greed. And the dismemberment. So she's saying, I asked her elaborate on Gypsy's part in the in the schmur. And it says dismemberment. Throwing things away. The cleanup. Yikes. Alright. Anything to close with will be appreciated. False. She's a false person. And she needs to be imprisonment. There is a long paper trail. And she actually fears for the safety. Dee Dee feels for the safety of the people in her home. Gypsy, whoever Gypsy is residing with. Why? Because she has mental health issues. Okay, it says health issues, but I'm going to say mental health issues. Okay, That was crazy. I really love these cards, Ashley. If you're watching, I love these cards. Thank you so much for surprising me with them. It felt like Christmas. I don't celebrate holidays, but it felt really good to receive something I wasn't expecting. So thanks again, Miss Ashley. All right, now let's run into this real quick. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I started back watching it, and again, if you just, I'll probably just skim through it because I can't take it. I just want to get to the interrogation part, not where we're waiting to get to the interrogation. I cannot take her voice, and I just can't take it. So 33 minutes and 31 seconds, I started the video again, and she was going on and on how many places her mom took her on Xmas, Christmas, all the great times they had. You know, she's this whole interrogation so far for the last hour, basically, she's just going on and on about what a great life her mom provided for her. Okay. At 37 minutes, she says she's a huge animal lover, and she shows her shirt, as you can see on my shirt, right? And yeah, she's such an animal lover that she, I actually want to go over this video, so maybe I'll add this piece in it here for you. How she begs Ryan for a animal, and then, like, he says it's a lot of responsibility, and she gets mad. I'm not stupid. And she, you know, she gets irritated with him and walks out. Yet, like a week or two later, she leaves the dog with him. So, 38 minutes and 55 seconds, she says she loves children. How scary is that? Okay, she gets excited throwing off her blanket at 42 minutes into the video, saying, you get to pose with a gun. Oh, so she throws the blanket off, and she's like, you get to, you know, pose with a gun. And she got really excited about that, and then she covered herself back up at 42 and 25. She mentions being a Hurricane Katrina survivor and how she went into the habitat of humanity. At 43 seconds, she mentions the Chicago O'Hare, and it just made me think of Kanika Jenkins. At 44 minutes, I said, at 44 minutes, I'm like, I'm over it by now. I'm like, God, she talks a lot about nothing other than what a great life she's had. And every time she mentions her mother, her little foot starts shaking, right? At 45 seconds, I actually picked this out and something else she says right after that. And I feel like there's a spiritual connection that Spirit is leading me to. So at 45 seconds, she says, her mom went to college to be a nurse. Maybe she could teach me a few things. At 49 seconds, it says, oh, I say, I can't take this. I'm going to start skipping through the video, okay? So I, you know, skip through the video a little bit. And then I got to 49 minutes. And she mentions megalophobia, right? And she stands up perfectly straight with her arms reached out, both of them. And she starts going like this with looking upwards. So that's very hard to do if your balance is not good. And she's waving her arms up and down next to a door. She's looking up and saying, that would scare me. Yet she's not scared, right? So then I wrote exactly what she says. And she says, let's say this is an arch while standing in an arched doorway. Well, we can't say, let's say this is an arch, because this is an arch, okay? And then she says, she looks up with her hands and said, that would scare me to death. Yet she's doing it. You understand? So she's describing what she'd be afraid of that would scare her to death as she's doing it. And I picked that out in the interview where she was talking about her triggers. And I showed you how those were not real triggers. And this is just all rehearsed. And she's an actress. So she says, that would scare me to death, yet she's still alive. She gets excitement from talking and telling about her medical condition, melalophobia. Why would she even know what that word is, you know? So it makes me feel like she was the one that was into the doctors and knowing different terminology and stuff like that. She mentions over here, right after that that she would go to Kansas City at her hospital. She was like, my hospital was there. So that's past tense. And they were specialists. And then she goes on to tell they were specialists for dermatology and for dental. Nothing else. That's what she mentioned. She said they would stay out there for a week or a few weeks at a time, and they would have the bad stuff, which was the doctors, and the good stuff, like going to the plaza. So you didn't want to get your pussy face fixed, and you didn't want to get your yuck mouth fixed. How is that a bad thing? Because you were just a rebellious girl that didn't want to do these things no more. You made the money, you thought you were good, and you were over it now. So, and then she says the bad stuff, which was the doctors, and the good stuff, like going to the plaza, basically expensive shops, she says. So she sounds like a spoiled, rotten adult apple falling from a tree. She mentions museums. Gypsy was probably homeschooled, I wrote here, because mostly when you're a homeschool teacher, you get into a lot of like museums, and you could do a lot of different things for free. You get a teacher's card pass. I said we're mostly for free for homeschoolers. And then as I was writing that, she literally said, she just said, it's free, as I wrote this on point. Boom. So yeah, then here, allegedly, Dan is on the run and a fugitive right now. And one thing I have 100% noticed is Gypsy is a liar, and she has zero morals. So this is part 8. Wow, that was a lot. Those cards were a lot. It says follow the money right on top. Exactly. It was all about the money. It was all about the house. She was tired of her mother. She didn't want to take care of her mother. She felt like her mom had enough money because, she had a few $1,000s in a safe, like as if that was actually going to do something. You could have $100,000 and it goes so fast like that. The more money you have, the more bills you have. You understand? So money should not be the cause of everything you're doing. And for her, it 100% is allegedly not. So yeah, I'm going to continue to expose this demonic being. Oh, my baby wants me. She's with her daddy. I'm going to go actually jump in the pool with the baby and get all this irritation off me, because I do not like watching her, but I want to expose her. So yeah, and she's doing a great job of exposing herself. She's on the internet in her underwear and, talking about her man is a Chad, and what? Who are you? It's just weird. It's just disgusting. And yeah, we're gonna expose her. Let me go with my baby. We'll jump in the pool. I love you, babes.